What's up, all you nerds and turds? It's me, it's Steve. It's the indieRift podcast. I'm here with Matt. Hello, Matt.
Hello.
And I'm with Andy. Hello, Andy.
Oh, hello.
Yes, this is gonna be a show. We're gonna do a show right now. I'm happy to
I
do
hope
this.
so. I'm
happy to do this show. I have figured out a cheat code for how that we can get the show in front of more new eyes.
I'm interested to hear this marketing method.
Yes, it is. Okay. Let me see. It is. We could use 4 words. That's all it'll take. 4 hashtags.
Who does 4 like this?
Why are you doing it so weird?
Who does 4 like this?
Because that's how I was gonna do 5.
Who does 4 like this?
Serial killers vibes right now.
4,
the
dude.
Ninja
4.
Turtles. That's how the Ninja Turtles do 4. Okay.
I'm gonna murder you with these 4 fingers.
Those 4 words are Skibbity Toilet Gat Ohio.
Oh,
or you could even throw in Riz. If we throw those words in, I am pretty sure we will get a bump in the algorithm. So
yeah, but then kids are watching.
Skibbity Ohio Riz Obama Toilet Riz. There you go.
Why'd you put Obama in there?
That's another, because that's what they do. Obama Skibbity Ohio. Like, that's just the Obama's in there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
These are words.
People. It's kids talk. It's
new words. It's new words. And apparently Skibbity Toilet has a whole universe that was made with the Half-Life 2
I think there's a Skibbity Toilet. I think there's a Skibbity Toilet movie being made. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I learned Off the Rip recently.
Off the Rip. Okay. That seems old. That seems
I feel like that's old. Yeah. No, that's too.
But I learned it now, so
I understand.
It's too logical. That's too logical.
Like off the. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like
Gen Alpha slang is just.
Listen, I've been watching
have no
Love
idea.
Island at work.
Yeah.
In the downtime
and so some black dude was like off the rip, and you were like, oh shit. That's a thing that people say.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the indieRift podcast, the internet's #1 indie gaming news, reviews, and previews podcast. We sure hope. The show posts each and every week for your listening pleasure on your podcast service of choice, including our home Podbean. But if you like visual aids, you can go to youtube.com/@indieRift, and you can see our faces. You can see Matt and his majestic beard. You can see Andy.
Beards come and go.
Yeah, if you and I apparently have a very nice tan today.
It is very nice.
It's tan. And now I have the mark from my hat, but it is what it is. We have a lot to talk about. There's some disruptions in the indie gaming space to talk about, but of course we do have our favorite games that we played this week or that we found out on the internet that we want to tell you all about. So if you like indie gaming and you want to know about some new stuff, old stuff, or if you're just looking to keep up with the news, just hang out here at the indieRift podcast. And of course, we interview developers who make those games over on Dev Dive, a conversational podcast. Andy, who's our guest this week?
Doggy Don't Care.
Oh boy,
that was a fun conversation.
That was a lot of fun.
A fun shot.
Yeah,
cool dude from Australia.
Yeah, Ziggy Zoggy, oi oi oi. It was a good show. I enjoyed it.
You just go to the man show.
Yeah, Ziggy Zoggy, oi oi oi. Yeah, if you want to support us on Patreon, it's very simple. Go to patreon.com/indieRift. Thank you to Colton, the journeyman Nestler, for supporting us all these years. Thank you to everyone who does support us. And remember, if you do, you get into our Discord where you can ask us questions, mailbag, all that fun stuff. So yeah, check out the description of the show if you want to follow all our socials and whatnot. But let's get into what's new on indieRift.com, our website, of course, indieRift.com. Andy Asimakis, take it away.
I wrote a brief thing, about 6 awesome games that are releasing this month that you should all check out. So head on over, give it a click.
Click it.
I'm broke, guys. I can't. There's just too many games.
It's a lot of games.
And I buy them all when they come out.
Sure.
And it's all tied to my savings, so I keep seeing it just dwindling away.
Oh God! Why would you do that? Why would you tie it to your savings?
That's how my PayPal is set up.
That's a terrible thing. That's awful.
Yeah, I gotta be honest.
Why am I down like $1,000 in my savings account? Oh, that's right.
You need to change that, man.
Yeah,
I'm no mathematician, but
that's not good math.
yeah,
Yeah, bad
that
math.
seems
That's
like
bad math.
poor.
Future retired Andy's going to be
Money.
really mad at Indie
Yeah,
Andy.
that's a future Andy issue.
You're trying to buy a house, so I don't know how future that is.
Fuck that guy.
But sure. So yeah, you wrote a nice little article.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. 6 indie games that are finally coming out in August.
Yep.
Some of these are high on the list. Former guest of the show, the Gentle Bros, releasing Cat Quest 3 in August.
I'm still gonna play number 2. I loved the first one.
2 is good, but it's definitely better with a friend.
It's like a co-op style because it's with the dogs, right?
Yeah, they added a dog character. So you could kind of it's Cat Quest 1 bigger and with friends. That's kind of what that is. So Cat Quest 3 just looks like it just makes everything bigger and everything better.
It's like more Cat Quest.
It's super cute.
Yeah, I love Cat Quest.
It's a really underrated indie in my opinion.
I think so
fantastic. Too. It's a fantastic little game that you can really get sucked into for like a couple days.
Yeah.
Bang it out. It's
totally.
very fun.
Totally. Speaking of games, this is where we slide into the indie game adventures. This is where we talk about games we played this week. Games that you too could play this week, right now. Andy, why don't we start with you since you have 2 on here? And we'll start with Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit.
Oh my god, you guys.
Get in the pit.
It's happened. It's finally here.
Guys.
Get in the pit.
There's a haiku.
Oh!
That's where we're at.
All right. So I'm not going to switch the gameplay just yet. We got to get this haiku.
Can I just
Andy's
say
haiku corner.
Haiku and review.
difficult
Review
it
haiku.
Review haiku.
to not mention balls in this haiku?
I can't imagine.
But it's actually very serious.
Oh.
I think it's a well-written haiku as well.
It's a serious haiku?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay.
I dig it. I did a good job.
All right.
Here we go.
Bring.
Pit pulls you right in. Nostalgia wrapped in horror. Dive deep. Fear the grin. And that
Wow.
is my review
It's
haiku.
deep.
Wow. Review haiku.
Not
Deep.
bad, right?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
haiku.
I like that. It's pretty good.
Whoops.
So this was not on my bingo card. Loving a FNaF game in 2024. But our friends over at MegaCat fucking crushed it. So the game is a little bit Clock Tower, as in it's all hide and seek. It's you being chased after the FNaF animatronic assholes. But there's also this weird like messenger soul reaver bit. It sounds bizarre, but let me explain. So the plot is your dad, who's, doesn't have all the money in the world, leaves you at the pizza place while he goes to work because, you hang out, have a cheap pizza, play some arcade games. He comes to get you, and that's like your summer, basically. There's a ball pit in the way back of Jeff's Pizza that's been out of order for years. It's like gross.
That is
and abandoned.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of there. It's a relic.
That was a ball pit go out of order. Was that going to be your question?
Yeah. It's just a pit.
Yeah.
So,
hey, his balls don't work good anymore.
It's all the pink eye. It's like guaranteed pink eye.
Can't we just get more balls?
So when you go into the ball pit, you go into the past.
Uh-huh.
You go like 20
It's
years.
time traveling.
Seems like it's
time
extra in
travel.
order.
So like shit you need for like the present, you have to get from the past. So you have to you're going back and forth. Like there's a rusty screwdriver that I need for the present. So I gotta go in the past. It's actually not rusty in the past. So you gotta grab it and bring it back. So there's that happening. Which caught me off guard. The fun bits are the hiding, because there's actual mini games where you're hiding from the animatronic assholes. Like when you're in a box, like spiders come down, you have to swat them away. Otherwise, you get.
Oh, it's like a mini game while you're hiding.
You get busted. There's You can blind them with a flashlight.
Is there a pee meter?
You can like there's, no pee meter. There's like you can look away.
You're gonna piss.
Like you can look in your face. You have to like move the camera, like not look at them.
Please stop
kind of a
moving away
thing.
from the microphone. It's a podcast.
It's really, really fun and really spooky. It is one of the best sprite work I've seen in a while because the characters are so expressive. Like when they're scared or shocked or just doing like hiding, like going under a table, they're so expressive. Like how they're animated with all their motions and everything. It's really neat. I finished it like a few hours ago. And I loved it. It's a really good little game. And I think it's the best Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Wow, saying a lot.
I played a good chunk of them too.
Friend of the show, Patrick Hickey Jr., I believe, does a voice for this game.
Yep. You know what? I think he does because there's a phone guy. Phone guy is the character's name that calls and he's like he gives you tips and stuff. And I'm like, is that Patrick? There's like Patrick isms in the voice. I'm like, it's definitely fucking him.
He does do a voice in it, and
it's the voice I feel in the whole game.
About a year ago. Well, yeah, I mean, about a year ago, there was an embargoed game that I was doing a voice for that I had mentioned, and this was it. And throughout the course of the year after I was cast, they just dropped voiceover except for that one character, so I didn't get a chance to record anything.
Oh man,
like, for the actual game. But I was cast as like two different characters, like adult like NPCs that you meet. Everything was fine, and then everything just kind of disappeared. But that's gaming though. Like that has happened. That is not unique to like Megacat, like or whatever. That has happened. And I was actually talking to Patrick about this. Maybe we'll bring him on Dev Dive again. But like that has happened so many times to him in this business where I think he mentioned that one game he did VO for and then didn't hear from them for 3 years and had no idea if it was happening.
Released with
him in it. Yeah. And he had no idea. It was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess that. So yeah, it's a very fickle, especially for indie games, very fickle business to kind of like get your foothold in. But Patrick always finds a way.
I think it works well with less VO actually. Like there's some gasps and there's crying every now and then.
A little bit of the crying is actually Steve.
It seemed like they had a completely different vision for how you interact with characters in this game, because a lot of the stuff that I recorded was like first thing I did was like a child, like kind of like a friend of the character or whatever, and it was like full conversational. And then the other one was clearly an NPC that like you could just walk up to and like press A to talk, and then he will tell you
and they
something.
would just say random.
So like I think it was very different, and it's probably for the best that they took that stuff out, like you said, because I feel like something like that would be very jarring.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
But the plot is actually kind of wild in this game too.
This time travel, and it's a Five Nights at Freddy's game.
Not just that. It's like, so your dad gets kidnapped by the animatronics, and
Sure.
they send the replacement back in time. It's like,
okay.
It's like it's wearing like your dad's skin, but not. It's like as actual skin. It's like a robot version of your dad that's replaced you in the present day, and your mom doesn't realize that it's a fake dad. His like eyes glow and shit, and no one gets it but you. That your dad's a fucking robot.
It's very weird.
Rabbit underneath.
You
gotta rescue your dad. That's the main.
That's a little creepy.
Thrust. And you rescue other kids that you meet along the way. It's kind of cute. Like one gets locked in a freezer. It's kind of fucked up. There's
all right, spoilers. Come on now.
Yeah, so don't spoil games for people.
There's other shit.
Especially games that just came out.
Just shut up and stop talking. Damn it, it's a podcast, but stop talking. Asterogues. This was one of Matt's games. Matt, tell me about Asterogues, because this looks really cool.
This game is super fun. It's a roguelike kind of action adventure-y kind of game. with a really great sense of humor. So you initially play as Pluto, who has been kicked out of the solar system by the sun.
Yep.
And you've been kind of exiled to the asteroid belt. You're mad. You're like, fuck you, sun. I'm a fucking planet, dude. And you're trying to get your revenge on the sun. And along the way, you'll unlock a bunch of different characters who all have different reasons for not enjoying the sun, which is pretty fun. And there's a cast of characters. The writing is really funny. There's like a little bar area. So it plays out. There's a bar area where you can meet a bunch of other patrons, and there's like a bunch of other NPCs you can talk to, and they're all really funny. But so it plays out level by level, and it's really unique. It's a bullet hell game, but you're not shooting. All the enemies are shooting at you, and each character has a very unique mechanic where you can either catch the bullets and throw them back at the enemies, or you have like a very specific dodge / like weapon mechanic that you can use, and you're never picking up guns or anything like that. You're only using the enemy's bullets against them. So like the original character Pluto, the bullets revolve around him in an orbit, and you can shoot them out at any time, and you can have like a bunch of bullets around you at any given time. And you also have a melee attack, but you don't use that. It's pretty sparing. One of the other characters, Void, you like capture bullets, and the more bullets you capture, the more powerful your shot gets. There was like a star guy, and I can't remember his name right now, but he was like the most unique that I had played, where he had this like disc around him, and you could throw it out, and it would bounce off of a wall or an enemy, and then a circle would appear on the ground and like move around, and if you landed in the circle and caught it, you got more damage, and that like multiplied. And so like you're like sitting there like comboing, throwing this disc off of a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I've been like absolutely obsessed with this game. I am awful at it. I can't get past like the second level. But yeah, it's got a ton of heart, a lot of great funny dialogue. One of my favorites, you end up in a bar where you can get drinks that like power you up for a certain number of rooms. There's this guy sitting there, and he's got like an Ash Ketchum hat on, and you talk to him, and he's like, yeah, man, like I'm going around the galaxy capturing these monsters and like making them fight each other, but it's not like dog fighting or anything like that, because that's bad, but it's pretty fun. And you're like, all right, man, cool, that's fucking great, good for you. And yeah, I don't know, it just has a really great sense of humor about it. The characters are awesome, the art is really fun, and the gameplay is like top notch. It's so much fun, and once you really figure out the mechanics of how each character works and how to utilize that their strengths to the best of your abilities, it becomes like a whole ballet of dodging bullets and grabbing what you can and shooting it back at enemies, and it's awesome. It's really, really fun. And if you're itching for like a unique roguelike, or you're a roguelike guy, this is definitely one to keep on your radar.
I like unique takes on the genre, unique gameplay takes. I find them to be refreshing.
Yeah, I mean, this certainly is that. I just unlocked another character actually right before the show, and I don't know what they do yet. They're like a Hydra. They have like a bunch of arms, so I'm assuming that you can like grab stuff. Or like one of the characters, Void, the guy who like grabs bullets as opposed to like it orbiting around them. When an enemy gets low enough, you can also grab the enemy, and so like you're shooting stuff, grabbing enemies, and it's very, very fun, super unique, and comboing them all together to kind of make yourself stronger. It's awesome. Go check it out. I wish there was a demo. I'm actually not sure if there is, but if there is, play the demo. It's amazing.
It only costs $15.
Yeah, I picked it up.
Just gonna get it right now. And
the next game on our list, though, Andy, is only $2.69. But I will say this: Steam's page is not letting me play videos right now. So there's an actual streamer playing the game on their homepage, and that's playing. So I might put that in when we talk about this. But let's talk a little bit. I feel like we spoke about this on the show before, just maybe before it came out months and months ago. But Buckshot Roulette.
This game looks wild.
Yeah,
it
looks
I've seen people play this game. Yeah,
it's Russian roulette with a shotgun. And it's the most amazing thing. So I was addicted. So the idea is it's you and this horrifying devil creature dealer guy. It's
guy.
you and a shotgun, and basically you have each a life gauge, like either 4 life or it varies per round. And you're given the shotgun. You always go first, and you're shown how many blanks and actual live rounds are in the shotgun before the round starts. And it's all chosen at random. So if you aim at yourself and fire a blank, you can go again, or you can aim to fire at the demon monster guy and blow his head off. But where it gets fun is when the items come into play. So after a simple round of you going back and forth, okay, you get shot in the face, I get shot in the face, then the items come up. Things like a magnifying glass, so you can see what the next round in the chamber is, or handcuffs, so you can basically bind the other player. So even if you mess up, you get to go again. There's a blade that if you cut off the end of the shotgun, it deals double damage. There's a cigarette pack that restores your health. There's a soda can that lets you just remove the next round in the shotgun. There's a reverse polarity thing. So let's say if you think it's leaning more towards blanks than live ammunition, you can reverse the shot and it's going to do damage on the enemy. You can steal items from the opponent. So it's a lot of weird shit. And there's a phone that's like, hey, the 6th round is actually a blank. So you got to keep track of all these little things as you're playing. Like there's 7 rounds. There's 4 alive, 3 are blanks. I just fired a blank. So there's a lot of that going on while you're playing, and it's super addictive, and it's just so much fun.
And it's $2.69 right now.
And this also recently crossed 2 million sales. And
that's crazy.
I can see why, because it's
so much money.
Super addictive.
Yeah, I like one thing I never thought I would need in life is when playing Russian roulette, I would need to phone a friend.
You know,
hey man, you think I should do it or what?
Yeah. You know what's wild? Every time I play this game and I have the gun pointed at my face, I always shut my eyes.
You know what? Honestly,
sure
I hope so.
Happen.
I hope so. I want
because it's so aggressive. Like when you get shot, and you get the defibrillator pads. It shocks you back. All right, keep going. Let's go.
Yeah,
get the round alive.
Nothing puts your head back together like a shock paddle to the chest.
Exactly. Oh man. But seriously, for $3,
I mean, listen,
recommend this game enough. It's practically a steal of the week without being a steal of the week.
Obviously, it has very graphic and very dark themes. So if you are adverse to that, do not play this game.
Shut your eyes like I do.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works for everybody.
And then there's like a double or nothing you unlock. So you get a cash prize at the end of each game, essentially. And you can just keep saying double or nothing and just keep getting more bang. Which you can't buy anything, it's just for leaderboard purposes. But it's still a lot of fun.
I want to see the VR version of this game.
Oh my god.
I bet it's crazy.
Holy
Fuck that.
Shit.
No thanks.
I need it.
That's
I didn't know until you said it.
I just
he's like really pointing the bullet at your face.
Yeah, like
you have to aim the actual shot.
But it jars you, and like, I mean, I was trying to explain how people could have gender or like body dysmorphia in VR when they look in a mirror and it's not them.
Oh, that would fuck me up.
And it does, like it fucks people up, and they're like, hey, now you understand body dysmorphia. Da 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 da. And yeah, I can't imagine shooting myself in the face in VR. That would just like I would probably fall down.
It's like those. It's like all those videos of those people like playing walk the plank or whatever the fuck that is. They literally like fall forward.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Speaking of falling forward, I am falling forward in love with the first item on our indie news report, which is all about Splitgate 2 got gameplay reveal and a gameplay chat. We're not going to play the whole thing, but to say
Why
it's
not?
more Splitgate, well, because I don't want to play the audio.
Fair.
To say it's more Splitgate is not reductive by any means whatsoever.
I was so like worried about the abilities and stuff like ruining the gameplay, but just seeing even in just 4 minutes totally sold me.
Yeah.
And I loved Splitgate, and it just seems like they're just adding more variety in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Is what it seems like.
One thing that kind of made me a little bit nervous was it seemed to be a little more methodical at times and less chaos. Like the thing about Splitgate is just the constant chaos around you. But there were moments where it seemed to be a little bit more strafing around corners, kind of like a Valorant or whatever. But the more you play it though, the more you
I don't know, man. I'm still getting just like full Halo with portals is exactly what I've gotten from this entire trailer. I mean, there's a methodology to any of these types of games, and there definitely is a certain type of chaos that comes along with this, but like the strategy of like knowing when to bounce a grenade around a corner, or when to portal out, or when to portal in, or when to use your powers and stuff like that, seems like, even though there may be a more strategic angle to the game itself, that it's adding to the chaos in that way.
Yeah, my favorite thing about Portal wasn't necessarily like
about Splitgate.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was gonna say about Splitgate is using the portals in creative ways, like always being like just trying something crazy to see how far you can push those physics and like the map design and just being weird. Some people mastered this stuff, like,
oh my god, dude, it was crazy. Some of the stuff that people pulled off was insane.
Yeah, gross. But I think taking this and making Splitgate 2 instead of changing what Splitgate is, I think was the smart move here, because you get a fresh engine, fresh eyes, a whole new perspective. It looks like they're going for esports, like hardcore. The whole trailer is esports teams talking about what they like and all that stuff. So if they could get this thing in esports, oh man, I'd be so happy for them.
You know what I think is, I think that's what happened is they saw how quickly Splitgate exploded, right? Because like that Splitgate hit and everybody was playing it for a little while. It was like nobody was not fucking playing Splitgate. And I think they understood that they needed to future-proof a little bit, and that they needed a little bit more money behind it, and that they had something really big on their hands, and that not capitalizing on it would be the dumbest move that they could possibly make. And then they made this. And I think that it is going to do all those things. I think it's going to capitalize on the success of the original, the love that people have for the originals, and lean into the competitive nature of these types of games. And really, 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 I have a feeling that there's going to be not a takeover of like competitive FPS, but we're going to see this quickly become a really, really high level competitive first person scene. I can't wait to see where this goes. I'm probably going to watch more Splitgate than I play, because I'm going to be terrible at this game.
But that's the thing about Splitgate, man. Like, even if you're bad, there's just a lot of fun to just be in there with your friends. You can make at least in the original, you can make private lobbies, get your friends together, just, play old school, and I love that stuff.
Yeah,
I just love how polished it looks. Like, it really gives the whole like triple indie like sort of like sentiment, and it's
for sure.
Again, seeing how this game has grown over the years, and this just like looks like a huge evolution of Splitgate formula. And I'm with Matt. I'm gonna suck at this game pretty badly, but I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so looking forward to that. Next bit of news here is from GameDeveloper.com. Versus Evil veterans establish indie publisher Digital Banditos.
I love this logo so much.
Yeah, go to GameDeveloper.com to read the whole article. But basically, a new indie, I'll read a little bit of it. A new indie publisher called Digital Banditos has risen from the ashes of Versus Evil. Founded by Steve Escalante and Lance James, who held leadership roles at Versus Evil before the Banner Saga publisher was shuttered last year. Banner Saga, what a game. Digital Banditos wants to provide indies with, quote, proven expertise and a unique publishing model that will empower them to meet their goals. The company will deploy a new financing model that offers small acquisition type buyouts of existing games. It claims those buyouts will provide indies with a, quote, flexible funding option, whether funding their next project, taking a well-deserved break, or simply stepping away. Furthermore, a sliding scale of investment funds ranging from long-term full-service funding to smaller scale finishing funds and funds for specific projects like porting or marketing is designed to help indie teams achieve their goals. And you could read on more about that, but Digital Banditos looking to save the day as there's been
Humble
publishers.
bows out.
Yeah, Humble bows out, and Digital Banditos comes sliding in and picking up the slack, as it were.
Yeah, and I think the juiciest bit here is like they're looking to spend up to like $3 million budgets like per game on these indie devs. And
that's crazy. That's so much
no
money.
Small amount of money to sneeze at. Yeah, that's a pretty mealy budget for like an indie dev.
I mean, I imagine it's for like a special game, like a real special game. That needs
but even
that kind of money.
Even the rest of that though, like they were saying, the sliding scale aspect of this is really cool. Where, hey, do you want to, do you need money to make this game, or do you want to sell the idea of this game to somebody? Because we'll take that. Or like, hey, do you need money to just like shore up and polish this game? Because we have that too. Or hey, do you want this? Is your game successful and you want it on Switch? You want it on PS5? Here's some money for that. You know what I mean? Like having that type of flexibility, which I'm not really sure. I guess what other publishers have this kind of an agreement. I'd hope some of them do. But it's really cool them being that upfront with how they're going to use the money and what studios can expect from them.
It's like
that come to them.
It's like an a la carte menu for game publishing,
right?
Like,
and look, they've already snagged the Town of Salem franchise and Soulstone Survivors.
Oh, dope!
First two big gets. Yeah.
Soulstone Survivors was Humble.
Were they?
Was that Humble?
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't. No, which one am I thinking of? Oh, shoot. It'll come to me. It was. Yeah.
You're just gonna say it in the middle of somebody else talking.
Yes,
oh!
Yes, that's what will happen. You know it. But no, that's great. Great news. But the podcast world is losing a very unique group across the gaming sphere. What's Good Games is calling it quits after 7 years of podcasting. This was the all-lady gamer podcast group. I don't know if you know much about them, but Brittany Baumbacher and company over there. They have done such great things for indie gaming, and they between their streaming and their podcasting and everything. It's going to be a real big void that will be left in, especially for women covering these games. They put out a press release. I'll read just a little bit of it. With a mix of gratitude and heavy hearts, we'll be saying, what's good, everybody, for the final time. After 7 years and over 375 episodes of video game news, commentary, and analysis and funny stuff, it's time for us to backflip off the earth. Since day one, y'all have been the heartbeat of our community. Your engagement, support, and constant enthusiasm made every episode a joy to create. We've explored the gaming universe together, celebrated industry milestones, and shared our passions in a way that's been nothing short of magical. And just think of all the husbandos and waifus we've discussed over the years. There's a lot of inside stuff in their press release, but not sure, why they're leaving, and I don't think it really matters. But Andrea Renee, Rihanna Manuel Pena, and of course Brittany Brombacher are going to be leaving a void. So
somebody's going to fill it.
Good luck to them. I'm gonna miss them. They're always really fun to listen to.
Yeah, I'm sure they've inspired a countless number of people who we'll try to, fill that void as needed.
It was like them and kind of funny for me. It was like they were kind of two sides. They were sides of the same coin kind of thing for me. And they also they would cross pollinate a lot with their shows and their talent and their events that they would do together. Good people. I've met most of 2/3 of them. Really good people. So good luck to them. Good luck, guys. Have a great whatever it is you're doing next. Look forward to it. And this last one I think kind of came out today, I want to say. Yeah, 2 hours ago. This is on windowscentral.com, which makes all the sense in the world because we got this from a friend of the show, Buzz Killington, and he is a Windows and Xbox shill. Former
Such a good word.
No holding back, man.
No,
it's like,
so
thank you for this news tidbit, you fucking Xbox shill.
It's just, if something's gonna if something comes from Buzz, it's either from like Xbox News or like WindowsNews.com
Like,
or whatever.
Phil Spencer's Twitter feed.
Yeah, it's never like anyone else. It's just so funny to me. Anyway,
I love
former Xbox studio Tango Gameworks and Hi-Fi Rush have been acquired by PUBG's Krafton Inc., saving it from closure, which is good news.
That's good. That's really good.
A few months ago, Microsoft planned, this is just like a need to know that's on the article, so give it a click. A few months ago, Microsoft announced plans to close Xbox studio Tango Gameworks, its only Japanese-based team. As part of a round of cost-cutting measures, Tango Gameworks was known for titles like Ghostwire Tokyo, The Evil Within, as well as the recent breakout hit Hi-Fi Rush, which is just bizarre to me that they would shutter it after Hi-Fi Rush, but whatever, I digress. We've spoken about that before. Go circle back of, I don't know, a half dozen episodes or so. Krafton Inc. publishes mega franchise Battle Royale Player Unknown's Battlegrounds, been expanding in other regions and exploring new game franchises. Actually a former guest of the show. We've had Krafton on the show before. They announced today they acquired Tango Gameworks as well as Hi-Fi Rush IP, saving them from closure. Krafton Inc. says it intends to support Tango in the quote future development of Hi-Fi Rush IP. So it looks like they're kind of latching onto the IP and they don't want other people making it. They obviously want Tango making it. So they see the potential in this franchise, and it looks like it's gonna live on.
That's a good get. I feel like when the part 2 of this game comes out at some point, 'cause it's inevitable at this point, it's gonna sell gangbusters. Because there was a spike when the studio closed down in Hi-Fi Rush sales. The irony of it all. But yeah, when this thing launches, people are gonna support the shit out of it.
I am curious.
I'm here for it.
Matt, do you think your mouse scroll wheel could be any louder? Do you think it's possible that you could put it directly
really?
on the microphone? And just hear. What are you reading, bud?
I was looking through updates for Tiny Rogues. All right.
Oh, okay. Spoilers. We got some fun stuff to talk about later. Tiny Rogwoos.
Why do you say it like that?
Rogwoos?
Rogwoos?
Why not?
It's a Tiny Rogwoos.
I love Tiny Rogwoos.
So Rogwoos.
Let's get into the demo derby. This is demos that you can play right now. We have a couple of them to talk about. The first one is Matt's Into the Restless Ruins. This looks really cool.
So I found these guys on Twitter a while ago. I think it was part of a indie wishlist roundup or like one of those segments that we do. And I got my hands on the demo. I played about 20 minutes of it before the show because the demo just came out recently. It is super fun. So you are building and exploring these ruins. There's like several different stages laid out in front of you, and you're trying to find a certain spot on the current map that will open up the next map, and eventually you get all the way to the end. I haven't done that yet. But you're broken up into two phases. One, build your ruins. You can have like common cards. There are rare cards. It plays just like any other deck builder, except you're really just looking for rooms. Some of the uncommon cards can have like effects on your character, where like you'll go through a room and you can gain health, get health back. You can gain damage. As you're exploring the ruins in the second phase, there's like a torchlight that you have, and you need to like make your way back down. And some of the rooms will like extend your torch. So the first phase is building the dungeon you're kind of trying to explore. The second phase is you're actually walking around this dungeon, and it plays kind of like a Survivor's like, where you're walking around. It's like auto battle-y, and then you're activating some stuff in these rooms and leveling up your guy, like your character. And as you level up, you'll unlock new cards that you'll put into your deck, and now you can use them for the rest of the game. And it is really, really fun and very engaging. They're very honest up front. They're saying, hey, like, this is 5 months of work from 3 guys, and this is kind of what we got. So, we're going to keep going with this idea. We really love it. We hope you like it too, kind of deal. And I think that they got something really cool here. I think that they could expand on this idea a lot, from different powers that you can have, different characters that act differently, or I'm not really sure what they have on their roadmap. But yeah, it's very, very fun and really, really cool. And definitely check the demo. It's worth playing.
I love how this looks.
It's super cool, man.
You're like building rooms with the cards, and then you explore the rooms.
Yeah,
the camera zooms in. That's really neat.
Yeah, so it is. It's like 2 phases, right? So you're using the deck that you have to build the dungeon, and then you're exploring that dungeon and trying to get further and further into the dungeon. It's awesome. It's a really cool idea.
I'm so into this.
Yeah, I'm gonna download this demo and play it for sure.
Yeah,
it's right up my alley. All right, next on the list here is Andy's demo derby. And he arsonated the countryside.
Oh my god!
And ARSONATE.
So I mentioned in our Discord that there was a game that I was playing a lot of that was my favorite game, like lately. This is the game. So this game, oddly enough, is a Buckshot Roulette type game.
Sure. Yep.
So it is inspired by the game, what the developer says. So the idea is it's you and a guy in a burning tower, and you're playing a card game. And there's these cards that are all face down, and there's 3 types. There's a utility card that gives you an item. There's a go again card, which you are trying to avoid because it sucks. And there's just like a plain fire card that does nothing. So the idea is there's a fire, and it's spreading towards your side of the board. And when you flip the tower card, it's game over. So you're flipping cards on your side of the board, as the opponent does too. And the idea is to take the least amount of turns, because the more cards you flip on your side, the faster the fire spreads.
And the probability that you're going to flip the tower card.
No, the tower is always in the same place.
Oh, okay.
It's always in one spot at the end of the board. It's like at the dead center last card you can flip once all cards are exhausted. But the items are what slow things down. So you get, let's say, a gasoline tank. You can burn an opponent's card out of their deck. You can get a fire extinguisher, which stops a card that has been flipped from burning and kind of resets it. So you can flip it again if you want. There's an axe that lets you, let's say, a card's going to be, well, I should preface it. There's like a little telescope or like binocular card that you can see under a card, see what's going to be. So let's say it's going to be a go again card, which you're trying to avoid. You can use an axe to like hit it and nullify the effect of that card. There's a crowbar, which is the most fucked item, which lets you steal your opponent's inventory from them, which I hate because they're always cheating when I'm playing this game. So let's say your opponent has like, let's say I'm stockpiling like 4 crowbars and my opponent gets one, they can just steal them all in a row. And totally
because they just use it over and over again.
Totally fuck my shit up. It's quick fire rounds, and then when you win the game, your opponent burns to death and you escape the burning tower. It's a lot of fun.
This is much like a board game that Steve and I played at PAX like 3 years ago called Fire Tower.
Yeah, it's exactly like that.
Yeah, the fire you're trying to make the fire spread to the other guy instead of you.
Yeah.
But this you're flipping the cards on your side, and it's
arsonating
it's
the
so
countryside.
much fun. It's so much fun.
Arsonate all the peasants.
Tractor.
Let's get into the wish list roundup. These are games we saw that we think you might like, and they're going to go on our wish lists. Hopefully, I don't know. We'll see. First one here is Demon's Mirror.
Wait, are we questioning whether they're on our wish list or not?
Whether they're going to be on all three of us.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay.
Am I going to? Oh yeah, I'm putting this one on the wish list.
I mean, it's a roguelike deck builder.
Roguelike deck builder.
Yeah, I mean,
with a twist. This is actually very similar to oh shoot.
The orb one.
Yeah.
I think I played this at PAX last year.
Rift Strider.
Yeah, I did play this at PAX. It was very fun.
Yes, this game looks dope. Man, I love those games.
Yeah,
they're just a lot of fun. I don't know. They can get very frustrating.
Yeah.
But
so the if I remember correctly, the interesting thing about this game is that you have your grid and you are trying to connect as many nodes as you possibly can to like do an attack or whatever you're gonna do, as well as it's like a really weird, not weird, but like it's a mishmash of like deck builder and
it's just like Rift
not
Strider.
match 3, but like it's a lot like Rift Strider.
Yeah, it's a match game, totally. Oh, here's an Andy game for sure. Kiosk. See, this is what I mean. Am I putting this on a wish list? Probably not.
One spooky game. So you're working at a fast food kiosk late at night, and then spooky shit happens. And I mean, what more could you ask for? You're taking orders, burgers, hot dogs, coffee.
I feel like this dude beer. in the video, he just goes ham with the.
He's like spraying ketchup on the walls.
Yeah,
like a lunatic. He's been locked up.
This is
days.
very Happy's Humble Burger Farm to me. Like very similar gameplay mechanics of like slapping the ingredients together to make the
something
thing.
About like the lo-fi graphics. And I love how when like you cut open a thing of burgers or hot dogs, they just go flying everywhere.
That is what happens when you guys open them, right?
You just stab packages open with a knife.
you will get hot dog juice on you when you open a hot dog packet.
It's always the worst.
Yeah, it's just what happens, and then you just smell like hot dogs. Ugh, it's the worst.
Steve just thinking about smelling like hot dogs.
Because it happened yesterday, like literally yesterday. I had a package of hot dogs that only one was taken out of because like we finished the one before it, and then like started this one to make enough hot dogs for our group, and it was like people wanted more hot dogs, so I'm sitting there with the packet, and I slide 2 of them out of the packet, and I put it down, and then the rest of it just starts, and the juice starts pouring out on the grill, and I'm like, come on, man, just
hot dog juice.
Come on, man, that chocolate starfish and the hot dog flavor water.
No, stop it, stop that right now.
Yeah, you stop it.
No Limp Bizkits on this show.
What's up in the sky? It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's UFOs. Because we are going to introduce you to Lights in the Sky.
Yeah, I threw this on here.
Butterfly.
I don't know. Came across my twits or X or whatever the fuck. I don't think I'll ever call it X. I think I'm just always
because it's a stupid name that nobody likes.
A dumb name.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know. It looks like a fire tower mixed with I'm creeped out because there's aliens and you have a shotgun. So I'm in. Sold.
I feel like this was made in Fire Tower. Like they
in
took,
the game Fire Tower.
They took Fire Tower and
the landmass.
It looks. Yeah. They just changed the the graphics. They put volumetric fog. There it is again.
Love when you say that expression.
And threw crazy aliens up there. Like that's what it feels like. But I like. See, this is the thing about these kinds of games. This is the kind of spooky that I like because it's wrapped around mystery and not wrapped around just trying to scare you. It's like
psychological.
The mystery itself is scaring you.
So you're like a thriller type guy, not like a gore type guy.
Yeah, no, I don't like gore. Unless it's monster gore. If it's a weird, like a cool, like sci-fi monster that like obviously can't be real,
like schlocky horror.
Yeah, like The Thing. Like you're like a big The Thing guy.
I like Alien. Like you know what I mean. I like Predator and Alien. And
did my internet die?
No, you're still here.
You're good.
Oh no,
you're still here.
He's still here.
Thumbs up to Matt. He's still. Oh wait, did he die now?
Now he's gone.
Now he's dead. Now he's dead. It's okay. It's all right. Matt will be back, ladies
I
and
love
gentlemen.
how he had a prediction. Like
Do,
he got a
do,
vision.
do, do,
Look at his
do,
dumb
do,
face
do,
though.
do, 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 do,
Speaking of his dumb
do.
face.
Matthew, look at me. I'm Matthew. I get big and small. I'm playing with his like box right now. I am big and small. Oh, ding dong. Who is
Now
it?
there's 2 Matts in the call.
There's 2 Matthews, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew 1 and Matthew 2. Hello.
I don't know. My internet just shit itself. Apparently, I don't know what happened.
Is this the real Matt?
How is other me still on the? Oh, there we go.
There you are. Other Matthew. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the magic of indie podcasting. You'll love to see it. Anyway, I was messing around with your image and just making you big and small. And then you were talking.
Well, you just stopped, and I was like, "Oh, is it me? Is it Steve?" And then I noticed that Andy also wasn't talking, and I was like, "Oh,
that'll do it. That'll do
time.
it." Yeah, lights in the sky. Like I was saying, I like mystery and like the hair standing on the back of your neck. I don't like, oh, the murder guy is gonna eat you, or like eat your tummy and like hang you by your intestines. Like, nah, I'm good.
Jump scares. I think that's what you want.
I mean, jump scares are like they're okay because like they're fun. Like they can be fun when you just get those moments, but like
jolt.
I don't know. I can't do like those the midsommers like
smiling things.
Even though like that's cool. Like I think the story might be cool. Like I just can't watch people do that kind of thing.
That's all.
People.
That's mystery and intrigue. What are you talking about?
But it's okay. It's not a weird monster that's doing it. You know, it's a person.
The weird monster is the people.
He can't watch the Babadook.
I don't like when people
do
gross things.
Fuck
like
that movie.
I don't know.
Fuck
Spirit Mancer. Spirit Mancer is next on the wishlist roundup /shoot and break demons, capture their spirits and summon them out into your battle in the beautiful yet dangerous world of Inferno. Fight against hordes of demons and stop the evil queen with the power of the Spirit Mancer.
This looks really cool.
It does.
I don't understand what it is. It's a platforming turn-based slash 'em up. I'm not sure what's happening.
Deck building also involved.
Yeah, it looks like the deck is your character, is the creatures that you're collecting.
The art is fucking awesome.
Yeah, I like this. And I can't tell if you're controlling him or if they're doing like auto battle. It's hard to tell, but there's fishing.
Yeah,
which
I got to that. I just got to that part too.
This is definitely like
there's crab treasures,
side scrolly like action adventure platformer vibes. Like it's all you.
And you like throw
monsters out.
Yeah, to like fight with you. Yeah, I listen.
It looks cool.
It's a unique take on a genre that's pretty overcrowded as far as deck building and of course side scrolly beat 'em ups. So I'm down.
What's up with the sexy like bird guy though? What's up with that?
Mind your business.
What, sexy bird guy?
There's like a gold guy with like a bird hat.
Yeah,
and he's
why are you
like,
complaining?
I'm not. I'm like, what's up with him?
All right, good.
I want to know more about him.
Better not be complaining.
Better not.
Just tell me about the sexy bird man, Steve.
I just want to know all about him. That's all it is.
Steve, I've asked you one thing tonight. Ask me again. Tell me about the sexy birdman, please.
I gotta get these guys on the show.
Birdman. Our indie steal of the week is a game that we hinted at earlier.
Yeah.
Tiny
Rouge.
Tiny Rouge.
Rouge.
Tiny Rogues Between Heaven and Hell.
So this game has gotten a shitload of updates since the last time I talked about it. There's a bunch of fun stuff. Their latest one is actually just kind of cleaning up some of the data that the user gets in the game, like how multipliers work, item descriptions, what does what. This is one of the best roguelikes of all time. I don't even care. It just is. It's super fun, super engaging. There's like millions of different combinations of things you can get. The guns are super fun. There's tons of characters. It's just, and it's not done yet. You know what I mean? Like they're still not even in their 1.0 state. And
Shit,
yeah,
you're right.
It's $4.99.
Like 2 years old and still in early access.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's stupid fun. Like it just is stupidly fun. And it's $4.99, and you should buy it because it's one of the greatest roguelikes of all time.
I agree. Both shallow and pedantic. That was a dumb Family Guy
As a
reference.
sidebar, we should always check when the offer on the sale ends, because the last time we did a sale for Patch Quest, by the time you posted our episode, it was already done.
The 199 one, the 149
That
one.
was like done like the next day.
Oh
It
man,
happens.
I was
This,
like,
this one ends.
I was like, it's $20 again.
This special offer ends August 15th, so
Yes.
you will have 3 days after the show posts to buy it and put it in there for. I mean, it's 50%
That's
off.
3
so-
days. You have
Yes.
3 days.
3 days, guys.
You have 3 days.
3 days, three whole days.
3 whole
to get it,
days.
guys.
Yes. Oh, podcast viewers, listeners, audio listeners, go watch the YouTube show.
Two-handed.
Shut up.
Oh, 2-handed 3 is pretty great.
Shut the hole of your face.
Not gonna lie, that's so good.
This many.
With the thumbs up too, it's gonna be a
This many.
thumb. The other one's gonna be.
This many.
So good.
All right, Kickstarter of the week is Rad Venture. I haven't seen this yet, so I'm gonna.
I don't know, man.
You don't know? I'm gonna play it. It's got.
Well,
here we go. It's raised $18,407 of its $75,000 goal, with 372 backers with 19 days to go. Real quickly, it is what do we got here? It is let's venture into the magical world as Rad, the town's local butthole, as he begrudgingly completes his community. That's what it says.
It says that.
The town's local butthole, as he begrudgingly completes his community service. His magical powers and unlockable abilities allow him to traverse all kinds of locations with ease, venture into the unknown using Rad's floating gloves to hover and grapple around obstacles, and his electrical magic to perform incredible acrobatics. Take on kick-ass bosses like the Synergy Sisters as Rad unintentionally foils their plans.
Yeah, I was like looking for a Kickstarter and I came across this and I watched the trailer and I was like, oh shit,
That's loud.
this looks awesome.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just looks like an awesome 3D platformer.
Shitballs.
I will say, for a butthole looking dude, he sure looks. I mean, for the butthole of the town, he looks kind of like a chibi happy guy, and I think they need to add some character in there.
Yeah, huh?
But this looks like a really fun 3D platformer.
I'm gonna change the. I'm gonna play.
What
this
was that
thing here.
game from last week? Project Longtail. Again, I'm getting similar kind of like
Yeah, I can
old
see that.
school PS2
Here we go.
platformer kind of vibes. in this
Vibes,
one.
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. PS2.5, PS3.
Mhm.
We're playing it right now. Yeah. Local butthole. He's got, running around, collectathon, bunch of things. Oh man, I miss this.
They're gonna get emailed right now, you guys, because I gotta ask.
Hell yeah, they are.
It's gotta
Hell's
Do
yeah,
it.
they
Email
are.
him. Let him know.
A radical 3D platformer. 19 days to go, folks. So if you want to support them indies out there, you like 3D platformers, or you have nostalgia for them, or you just want to play a new good one. Who knows? Maybe you could be part of making this one of the next best. That's the cool thing about Kickstarter. Ooh, this actually really they do some really cool stuff here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is really interesting. Yeah. So check out Kickstarter. It's Rad Venture is how you could do that. Please stop scrolling so aggressively. For the love of God.
I can't believe it's that loud. That's crazy.
It's really bad.
Folks, I'm sorry. Audio listeners, I do apologize for the aggressive mouse. Oh man. How anyone could get through this show, I don't know. But you did. If you're still with us, you did. You got through it. So thank you so much for listening and watching. We've got to the end of the show. So congratulations. You did it. We did it. Matt's touching so many buttons on his
Matt
microphone.
found the mute button.
Matt found the mute button,
discovered the mute button.
and apparently he also found the really loud feedback button, because now we just hear everything in his room. So
That's it. Really?
it when you turn that shit on, it was like
I need a new microphone, guys. I need a new microphone.
Well, we'll figure it out. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, listeners and viewers. We do appreciate you being here. We love you so much. We got a review haiku tonight, which was great,
So
unexpected.
good. So
Didn't
good.
know about it. We have a new article on indieRift that you could check out right now. Lots of new games to add to your wish list, and of course, maybe some new demos that you could enjoy. That's the magic of the indieRift podcast. It's the magic.
So magical.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Andy. Thank you,
course.
everyone. And as always, please be excellent to each other.